Hello and welcome to another rant. Henning Pauli here. We are now approaching the middle of January, which means we're approaching NAMM. I'm not going, by the way. But here we go. I was going to say, many new products are launching. There's new stuff from Ibanez, which you might already have seen by now. Some cool stuff from other companies coming that I know about and you don't. But trust me, some of the stuff will appear on the channel here. I wanted to talk about something interesting to me that I've realized, and maybe I'm in a unique position to realize that because I deal with a lot of guitar players. Now, a lot of people that I deal with in actual life are the kind of guitar players that kind of I am, that deal on YouTube. But even among us, we're very different people, different styles, different backgrounds, different approaches, but now we kind of do the same thing. But you guys have been commenting, probably by the millions now, under my videos for over 10 years. And I'm in a unique position, just like my colleagues, to see people from all walks of life and all walks of guitar comment on the videos. And I think it's interesting to realize that a guitar player is not equal to a guitar player. We all kind of like guitar, but the question is, why do we like guitar? What do you like about guitar? And I invite you to go comment. I try to read everything in the comments. Sometimes that's very difficult if it goes too crazy, but I try to. So please comment. What kind of player are you? Because I realize I'm a very particular kind of guitar player, and I look at gear and the stuff that I review in a very particular way. Now I have to include some other ways, some other points of view to make the videos valuable. But for me, there really is a very singular approach. I record. I'm looking at Cubase right now. I record guitar. I produce music, and the guitar has a primary role in that. So how do I get the guitar recorded? How does it record? How does it sound in the mix? How does it inspire me? How easy does it make the job of recording? All these things matter. Which means the look, it always matters, but it matters less to one of you, or many of you, that are on stage, where it has to fit within the style of the band and the style of music you play, and so on and so on. So my approach of recording guitar, it doesn't apply to a bunch of other players. A bunch of people do not record themselves. They don't have a DAW. They're not interested in producing themselves and recording, arranging, mixing. So there's the player who sits at home and practices. There's the player that sits at home and plays other people's songs. Now, for me, that was never important, which is why I don't know or didn't know how to play most Van Halen riffs. And to other people, learning songs was extremely important. Not just because they played in a cover band, just because that is how they see playing guitar. Learning other stuff. Okay? Some people, the fun is, I play in a band. You know, might not be the best guitar player, might not have the best equipment, but the fun is going out every Tuesday night, rehearsing with the guys in a dirty cellar somewhere. After that, going out, having pizza and beer. Maybe for you, playing guitar is a community aspect, is a way to see your friends and go out on the weekend, play a gig. Does it have to be good? Not really. Do you need a John Mayer tone? Not really. Obviously, there's combinations of these characters can absolutely happen. But maybe you are the kind of player where the guitar is a vehicle to get you out of the house to hang out with the boys or girls. Now, there's other players who like to tinker. So the fun is, yeah, playing guitar, yeah, learning things, and yeah, learning a song. But in the end, you have to play guitar so that you can play with the gear. And getting new gear, learning it, connecting it with MIDI, making it do, so you like the techie side of it. The guitar is also part of it, yeah. But really, the techie side of it is the fun part. Jana, I'm looking at you. Because she freaking buys an FM9 to play with tube voltages. And I sit here and say, just make some fucking music and just play the right notes, you know. But it's totally valid to get yourself a fractal because you can do everything. And then look at everything and play with it and tinker and try different ways of routing. And do you ever need that? No. But that's the fun. It's the hobby, right? She also got a Stream Deck to make MIDI assignments for the UA pedals when they got MIDI through USB. What for? It doesn't matter. Maybe you are like Jana and you are the player that likes to tinker with the gear on the table, the techie stuff, the MIDI, the tube voltages. Or maybe you're the player that likes to build the pedal board, make it all nice and neat, find out what the best pedal order is, build the next board, all that stuff, go on forums, discuss this pedal versus that pedal, and you're more of the collector side. I collect these things and I want to find the best deals and the rarest ones and, you know, color. There are people who color code their boards. This is my all white board. This is my all red board. Which obviously has nothing to do with making music with it. Is that a bad thing? No, it isn't. It's just another side of guitar. A lot of the younger viewers, which I don't have, so I don't know. I'm talking to empty seats over there. They probably grew up with modelers and software, don't really know what an amp in a room sounds like, and that's really missing out, trust me. I'm talking to nobody because no young people watch me, because I'm an old fart. You guys are old farts, that's why you watch me. But they're probably into the polyphias and the, you know, clean, ultra compressed, really fast, ridiculous playing. I mean, some of the playing is insane that happens today. It does absolutely nothing for me. But they're into practicing that and actually getting good at that. Most digital gear will get you there. And probably only digital gear will get you those types of sounds. If I'm thinking of Jack Gardner. I mean, what a player. Oh my God, is he amazing. But his very only slightly edge of breakup-y, very compressed sound, I think can only be achieved with his presets on a quad cortex. I can't really imagine him playing through a tube amp and getting that sound. I might be wrong, Jack, let me know. Good guy. So, but maybe you're the guy that wants to practice that. Just like the collector on the pedal side, maybe you're the guitar collector. Get the next guitar. Looking at you, Michiel, by the way. You know. Get the next guitar, set it up correctly, get it exactly the way you want with the right strings. Yeah, flat wounds, as if. I know. And getting it all right. What I do, recording and finishing a song with it, that's what I enjoy. You don't have to enjoy that. Maybe getting the guitar exactly the way that you like, that wood and that top and those switches in those positions and all that with those strings, then getting it, tinkering with it, rubbing oil all over it, you know, Diddy. I don't know. Didn't follow the whole thing. I just know something about oil. Maybe you are diddying the guitar and getting that all perfect maybe that's your thing. Maybe then actually playing it and taking it to the gig also happens. But if it doesn't, if you are buying it and tinkering with it, and that's the fun part, and then you get the next one, okay, that's also good. I mean, let's take Lego, for example. Looking at you, Michiel, again. I'm putting together Lego sets with Leslie. She doesn't like it, but we spend time together. I like it. I love it, actually. Now, I don't know what to do with these sets. And some Lego people would say, oh my God, you have to display them. No, I don't have space for them. And I don't want to put Lego sets everywhere. That doesn't make sense. I like to sit there with my wife and put together the pieces. She organizes them. She gives me the pieces. She hits me when I take one too early. And I put it together and we watch a show while we do that. It's a lot of money. It's about $20 to $30 an hour per person, I calculated. $20 to $30 an hour per person, because we're doing it with two people. It is utterly ridiculous how expensive that is. But that's fun for me. I wouldn't display them. I don't have a Lego room. I don't have rooms where I can put them. I can't put them on the walls. And I'm not going to take them apart again to then do new things and learn Lego techniques into a Lego fight or an AFOL. I know what that means. That might be sacrilege. Just like to me, it's sacrilege to build a white pedal board and then not actually go take it into a studio and record with it. But that's okay. What I do, you don't have to do. And what you do, I don't have to do. Maybe you love shoving the guitar across the stage and twiddling around with knobs on delays and a fuzz until things explode. Maybe you like to tune really, really low and play very sad music. Bo. But I mean, that's okay, right? That's totally fine. All I'm saying is we all approach the guitar, the hobby, and sometimes not the hobby, sometimes the tool to do the job, differently. And you're not wrong, whatever you do with it, because you're having fun, right? You are having fun with the instrument, however you do it, whether it's collecting the guitar and twiddling with it, whether the guitar is secondary and it's the gear that you want to tinker with, whether it's going on a forum and talking about power amp tube differences. To me, it's all just stuff to make music with. But maybe you don't care about major 7, 9 sharp 11s, and that's Lydian, and that could be a flat 7 as a modal interchange from Mixo. You know, maybe you don't care about that. To me, I get very excited about that, right? You don't have to. We're all different. We do the same thing. For me, it's just important to understand where you are, to understand what player you are, to understand what collector, what tinkerer, what gets your guitar juices flowing. Because I need to make these videos from certain angles. This kind of guitar, I would probably present more to someone who likes to play 80s rock tunes and likes to learn them, right? Also to someone, because it's all beat up and stuff, right? Age, who goes on stage and just wants to not worry about the instrument. So there's certain things I look at and saying, well, it's not me, but players who don't worry about their instrument because they want to rock out with their cock out, they will get a kick out of this. Players who like to learn songs of the 80s are going to find their dream instrument in this. I have to be able to see it from your point of view. Just like budget-wise, I have to see it from who would buy this. What kind of financially stable person would buy this? And when I review a Harley Benton, I have to review it from the point of view of someone who doesn't have the money for something else, or doesn't care if it's higher grade, or wants to tinker with it to make it better. So I have to understand that player, at least enough to present it, or the beginner. And I can understand beginners because I have taught guitar for 10 years. So don't expect me to go and say, well, that's that Harley Benton I'm going to play for the rest of my life. But you said in the video it's really, really good. Yeah, under those circumstances, I have to be able to look at gear through different people's eyes. That is my job as a reviewer. And I always criticized, more in my head, except with Michelle, who I told directly, the people who don't go and sit and record. For me, this is what it's making music. Either that or playing live. Or first you record and then you play live. For me, that is what you do. But I'm wrong about that. It's what I do. It's not what you do with it. Comment below. What do you do with it? Animals at the end.
The stove is black from all the smoke, and his toys are scattered all across the room. The laundry's piling up again. We got no time, I'll tell you when. We'll do it on a rainy afternoon. The house needs fresh paint. The curtains are stained. The bank account's strained. But can we complain? I guess that's just married life. The small imperfections amount to sublime.